Hey, what's up everybody? Today we got a special video. Today we are doing a tier list of MLB logos. Here are the logos I'm using for this. If you have a problem like I picked the wrong logos or something, hey, these are some of the more commonly used ones. The ones I would argue being a little unfair is maybe the Braves not going with like the A. I do the A is a lot cleaner. I like it a little more. So I'll just get that out of the way now. But this is to celebrate the season starting. Now, I know technically the day before this video comes out, the season starts with Yankees Giants. I don't care, because the season starts when my home team starts playing, and that's my birthday, March 26th. So Cubs home opening, that's when the season starts this year, in my book at least. So, yeah. Anyways, let's just get right into this tier list. Starting off, we're going alphabetical order here with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm putting it in perfect, okay? I love the design philosophy of, like, not all Arizona teams. It's really just the Diamondbacks. And back when we had the Coyotes, those angular designs, colors, like, popping that match in different ways that you really don't see a lot of sports teams utilize. And all the influence from, indigenous art of the area. That's what I love about the Diamondbacks logo. Also, the A for Arizona is the snake. It's the mouth, and you got the tongue, and it's sick. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite MLB logos. It's a more modern design, but not modern enough to be minimalist and disgusting. You know what I mean? It's a nice middle ground, okay? Now we got the A's. This is a completely unbiased video, okay? I don't want to get this this idea out there that this is biased in any sort of way, okay? I really like the A's logo on that one hat that made it say ass. That was awesome. But, like, whenever I see the A's, it just kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth because they got horrible ownership. They abandoned every city they moved to, and they're just bad. Right now. That's about it. Also, yellow and green. I usually don't like teams that are yellow and green, so the A's fall into that. I know this logo is just green, but imagine there's yellow there. The Braves, I'm putting in mid, unfortunately. I think the A logo for Atlanta, of the Atlanta Braves, I think that's a much better logo. The more I look at the cursive Braves, the more I'm like, not a huge fan of it. Like, cursive is, it's free, it's flowing, you got all these loops in cursive normally. But, like, I don't like these little loops. I love they have all these little loops. They're kind of like cursive E's, lowercase e's, and then you have this E in Braves like this. It just, that bothers me. I know people write like that in cursive. I know there's people that do that with their cursive. I don't care. I just don't like that. I don't like that. The tomahawk design up against the Braves looks weird to me because, like, it looks like you put clip art next to someone writing out Braves. That's my problem with it. Okay, it just kind of looks like clip art attached to the word Braves. And yeah, that's probably not fair. Like, if it was just the A, it's going in beautiful. Not perfect, but beautiful. Orioles, this one's going in mid. I also don't really like the bird head logo either. But I think this is a much, much better execution of, cursive as a logo. Like, this is just like whatever here, and then it's underlined with a clip art tomahawk. This one is underlined with the S. It's got movement. It feels like a strong decision was made here, design wise, and I appreciate that. Okay, if you're gonna go with a cursive logo, you gotta, like, commit to it. And the tomahawk clip art here just feels like you're like, oh, people are going to be like, oh, okay, your logo is just your name in cursive. All right. And then they said clip art. It's just, I don't like it. The Boston Red Sox. I do prefer the actual Red Sox logo, but this is a classic. You got the Boston B, honestly, if you just showed this to someone that didn't know anything about baseball and had never seen anybody from Boston in their life, or had no idea about Boston Red Sox, and they'd only lived in the modern day, never saw references to American baseball logos, the Red Sox logo would look terrible. Genuine. You need the frame of reference of, baseball as a concept. Like, I feel like some of these logos I can look at and be like, yeah, that's better than most NBA logos. I genuinely dislike a lot of NBA logos. Okay? And this doesn't have the problem I have with a lot of NBA logos. But I feel like I grew up with basketball too, though, a little bit. Not as much as baseball, but it's just like, I feel like if you weren't, baseball pilled your whole life, the Red Sox logo looks worse. Like, it just does. Cubs, if I'm being honest, it's like mid. it's like kind of mid. I'm putting in perfect, though. No bias. It's just beautiful. The red, the white, the blue. You got the circle. Circle logos are a big thing in baseball. And then you have this C that's really big, and then it goes Ubs. If I'm being honest, I prefer all the logos that have Cubs in them, like Bears, Yeah, but it's going in perfect. Also, I'll put the White Sox in there, and I feel like I gotta talk about this. I was raised a Cubs fan, okay? My entire neighborhood was White Sox fans, and growing up, watching the White Sox win a World Series before the Cubs did, okay? So, I have seen the White Sox logo a lot in my life, and if I'm being honest, I do think it looks better than the Cubs logo, if I'm being honest, but bias will put the Cubs over it. Diamondbacks are still ahead, though. That Diamondbacks logo, man, it makes me feel something. Cubs logo, that's my team. I gotta rep it. No bias, though. It's beautiful. It's classic. But the White Sox logo, it just feels good. There's something so baseball about it, and they don't have to communicate you that it's baseball by putting a fucking baseball in it, okay? Sorry for the language. It just bothers me, man. The Cincinnati Reds. So it's like they took the Bears logo. Actually, I don't know which is older. I'm putting in not so good. I don't like it. I just don't like it. There's not much to say about it. I just don't like the Reds logo. The Rockies. Okay, this is a disgrace to the color purple, okay? Purple is a color that, at the professional level, we don't see a whole lot. Colleges, there's a lot of colleges with purple, and some of them are pretty good. But purple in professional American sports, underutilized colors. What is it? The Ravens, the Rockies, Phoenix Suns, Sacramento Kings. Anyone in NHL use purple? I don't think purple's big in NHL. I can't remember a purple uniform to save my life. So, it's just American sports avoid purple, and it's kind of confusing because purple kind of slaps. Purple's a nice color. I know why they avoid pink. I think if you get pink right, it looks fire. It can look great. But they just avoid it because, oh, it's feminine. Our league has to be so manly. And it's like, brother, just make this shit look good. I don't like the Rockies logo. Purple can look good. The Rockies don't make it look good. And part of that is their play, I think. But also, it's just, the C and the R overlap. It's trying to do what the White Sox are doing, but it did it after. And it's not doing it as well. Because this is striking. Okay, it's striking. You see it. It's bold. This is like, oh, we're the same. It's just like, you're not. The Detroit Tigers. This is an old one. You know, it's a classic. It looks like a newspaper. That's all there is to say about it. It looks like a newspaper. The Cleveland Guardians. I know there's people out there that prefer the old logo. Brother, what are you talking about? I'm not saying the new one's perfect by any means. I'll put it in beautiful. I think as far as putting sports equipment in a logo, this is second only to like the Miami Dolphins in making it look good, okay? You have the baseball, and then you have the G for Guardians, and the G, G just kind of looks like C. Then you have the wings to be like the Guardian statue of Cleveland. That's the thing, right? So, it's not perfect, but I think with the rebranding, the Guardians have done a really good job in reinventing the team's branding, stepping away from what it used to be. A much better job than the Commanders have. And I kind of like it. I'm never a fan of the, like, NBA is so bad about it. They're like, oh yeah, how do we fix this logo? Put a basketball on it. There's a few exceptions where it works, like the Raptors old logo, where it's a purple raptor dribbling a basket. That's gas, okay? Now it's a basketball, some claw marks in it. That's awful. That's terrible. What are we doing? I hate that so much. The Guardians, it's a little odd, but it works because it's not just like, ooh, here's a baseball. It's, okay, we are the baseball. That makes no sense, but I do like it. There's something just so audacious about it that it's just like, huh, that's crazy. You could also say that the G in it's for gambling. Houston Astros. I'm not a big fan of the like circle crest logos, and this is a thing that's been like kind of plaguing baseball logos. Like, we got what, 5 more down here. There's 7. There's 7 teams in the MLB with just circle logos, including the Cubs. The Cubs and the Mets do it a little differently. Okay, more of a, you're good on those because you don't have the crest. This is like a presidential seal, man. It's not a baseball team, and this isn't like, I mean, maybe it's an old baseball tradition that I'm just not really aware of. But it's just like, you know? It's just, you could have done something else. Like, you have this prominent star in the middle here. You could have made the star your logo. But instead you chose to make your logo a circle, and then you put a star and an H over it. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like Astros is your name. Your logo could have been just a star. Is that too much to ask for? Like, I guess it's a strong enough choice, but I just, The Kansas City Royals. Okay. It's a choice. It feels archaic and old. It feels like old beer ads. You know what I mean? But there's something beautiful. There's something baseball about it. Okay? There's something so strikingly baseball about the Kansas City Royals logo. Okay? And it's beautiful in that sense. It's not something that would be made today, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Okay, I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, I'll put the Angels in perfect. Sorry, I saw it down there. I just had to go for it. What makes me mad is alphabetically it should have been higher because it's Anaheim. It should be Anaheim. I'm a big proponent of calling them the Anaheim Angels. I liked it better. It sounds better than the Los Angeles Angels, in my opinion. Or the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Not a fan of that name. Just call them the Anaheim Angels. It feels better, and it gives the Angels a home and identity that is theirs, because, like, I mean, I'm not from LA. I have family from LA, but it just feels like, yeah, there's two teams there, but most of the favor in every sport goes to one. Because, like, how many Clippers fans are there compared to Lakers fans? Angels to Dodgers. And don't even try to tell me that there is Chargers fans in LA. There's more Raiders fans in LA. There's more Niners fans in LA than there are Chargers fans. And I will not get off that hill, okay? Like, that was a stupid move from everybody involved. The Chargers never should have went to LA. That's beside the point. You got the A for Anaheim and the A for Angels, and then you got the Halo. I feel like nowadays the Halo would have never been added, but it's a nice little touch to be like, hey, we're not just the Anaheim baseball team. We're the Angels. We got halos, like an angel. Anyways, moving on to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I do like the look. I would maybe put the LA in probably just beautiful, or it might be perfect. I don't get me wrong, I was definitely not alive when they moved to LA. Okay? But there's just something about teams leaving their home cities that's just like, it puts a bad taste in your mouth. And baseball, because baseball's been around so long, it's happened so many times, that it's just like gross, honestly, and shameless. Like, New York could have 4 or 5 teams right now. You got the Yankees, you got the Mets, you got the Dodgers, the Giants. I think they were all different boroughs, right? Yeah. Yankees were the Bronx, Dodgers are Brooklyn, Mets are Queens. Don't know which borough the Giants were. But yeah, I don't know. That hurts me a little bit. The baseball here doesn't bother me too much. Like, baseballs and baseball logos aren't nearly as obnoxious as basketballs and basketball logos, because most of the time when the basketball's in the logo is the basketball, okay? The focus here is the Dodgers. What do? They hit bombs, okay? That's what's happening. That's fine. Not perfect, but fine. It's just not as obnoxious and oversaturated like the NBA, okay? The Miami Marlins. Honestly, especially when, this is not a good representation, but like, when it's more pink, when it looks more pink on that red, I think it looks better. I love Miami Vice colors. That bright electric blue with that hot neon pink. Oh, it's so good. The Marlins are so bad, though. I do like that they got the Marlin. They incorporate everything about the team, okay? What do people not know about the Miami Marlins? 1, they exist. Here's a logo saying they exist, okay? 2, it says Miami. That's where they play. People don't know that. They don't go to the games, okay? And then you got this Marlin. That's telling you the name of the team. Okay, they're in Miami. Their mascot is the Marlin. Okay, they're the Miami Marlins. Okay, but what do? They play baseball. It communicates all of this to you in a very small image. And you know what? None of it is the main focus except the Marlin, and the team is the Marlins. They're just saying, yo, we're from Miami, though. And look deeper. There's a baseball. It's not perfect. I'll put it in high mid. It's it's fun. It's definitely a symptom of being a newer team. I think they've rebranded it a couple times at this point. Yeah, it's definitely not the worst. I enjoy it. but it's just, I don't know why the Florida teams have such bad attendance. The Rays are in a weird situation right now, but it's just like, I feel like baseball should be so much larger in Florida. It just kind of, it feels weird, you know? Milwaukee Brewers. I hate this logo. There are people that will ride this logo to death, and this is not even me being a Cubs fan here, okay? Sure, they got the M and the B, and a lot of times the logo doesn't have the seal, the presidential seal of Milwaukee. But, brother, I hate these circle logos that are like, yes, Milwaukee Brewers in a basic font under and over the actual logo. I don't like it. Okay, you're doing that, and then you're like, oh, but look at the logo. It has an M in it, it has a B in it, and it's a glove catching a ball. The circle logo, which I fucking hate. Just writing out what you are in a basic font. Oh, I hate that so much. And you put sports equipment in it. That's like everything I hate in sports logos. All in one logo. I hate this logo so much. I don't understand the praise for it. Oh my god, it's so cool. They made a baseball glove that has an M and a B in it. They're the Milwaukee Brewers, MB. Brother, BM. It's fucking poo-poo. Bowel movement. Dookie ass. Sorry. Okay, the Minnesota Twins. Sorry. I just, got whiplash because this... Yeah, it's TC for the Twin Cities. This isn't their only logo. I know this is a very common logo for them, but it genuinely threw me off so much. I'll put in not so good. I just don't like it that much. It's... Twin Cities, it's twins. That's cool. That's a very Minnesota thing. On the logo. The C is the part that always throws me off because it's the Minnesota Twins referring to the fact that they are the Twin Cities. So the C just, you need that third point of reference for the C, and I just don't like that. The Mets, baby. It's all about the Mets. I like red and orange a lot. This feels like, it feels more like a MDF wall mount that was printed on instead of a proper logo. Like you can definitely find the same shape, it's a circle, Cubs logos that have behind it the Chicago skyline, printed as a shadow with the Cubs logo over it. Like, you can find that. It's not hard to find. That's what the Mets logo feels like, and then they threw baseball stitching on it. Actually, it's mid. I feel like I'm not throwing it in one of these tiers because I don't... the more I look at it, the more I dislike it. I just... The other logo, their NY logo, I like. It's not as good as the Yankees. By the way, the Yankees were putting in perfect. Like the Dodgers one, them moving probably would have knocked it down to beautiful for me. The LA logo, that's the L and the A, that's great. That is wonderful. I just, You know what I mean? It's just not my thing. The Yankees logo, it's the evil empire. But it's so old and archaic. You can't say that about the LA logo. That thing is at most 70 years old. Okay, the Yankees logo, that shit, that might be 100. That might be 150 years old. It's an old logo, and it's stood the test of time. There's something about that. Would it be made like this today? Nope. Not happening. But it is one of the most recognizable sports brands in the world. with a genuinely kind of ass logo, and there's something so beautiful and so perfect about it being the Yankees logo. Because, like, it's just, there's something diabolical about it, and it's just evil. And you gotta, like, recognize that fact and appreciate it for what it is. The Phillies logo with the Liberty Bell. I honestly don't know if I like it more or less with the Liberty Bell. I'll put it above Miami. It's another... I feel like it makes a stronger choice to do cursive than the Braves, but it's just... When it's just the P, I like it more. Speaking of just P... I'm trying to not let my opinions of the Pittsburgh Pirates get in the way of ranking their logo. I'm going to put in mid. Part of it's probably because the Pirates have been bad my entire life. So, like, whenever I see it, it's just like, oh, they're bottom feeding. Okay. And, yeah, that probably helps with it. It's just super simple. There's nothing wrong with super simple logos. Like the Padres, there's something so beautiful about the choice made to have a yellow and brown logo. All right. I can't think of another professional sports team in the United States with brown as a primary color. And not only that, yellow as the other. Like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' primary color is, I think, brown. The Cleveland Browns occasionally have their doo-doo stink uniform sponsored by Dude Wipes. They did this past year. But their secondary is orange, which is crazy because your alternate color on the uniform is just a lighter tint of the main color. It's a choice. There's something about the Padres logo I like. This Giants logo specifically, god awful. The San Francisco logo, it's whatever. The Giants are they sure are a team. Let me tell you, they sure are a team. I don't hate the Giants or anything. Shouldn't have moved from New York. I wasn't alive for that, so does it matter? The Mariners logo, better than Milwaukee's. It's another one of these, ooh, it's a circle logo that tells you the name of the team and what city they're in a pretty basic font. Also, we have a baseball in it. It's one of those which I do not like, okay? But they put the compass in there, and that's like, that's a reference to the city the team is in and the name of the team. And it's part of their maybe not more recognizable, but like, you know, the S logo. Okay. So I'll cut it some slack there. It's not as bad as Milwaukee's logo, but it's just another one of those, it's a circle. The Cardinals. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. We're moving on. The Rays. I don't... The Devil Rays stuff looks better than the Tampa Bay Rays. Or it's a Tampa or Tampa Bay? Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, the Rays logo. I like the older, like, throwback. Was I alive when they were the Devil Rays? Hold on. I can't remember, but yeah, when they do the throwbacks to Devil Rays, it does look better than the current. So I can't really remember what the current Rays uniforms look like, but I know what Devil Rays look like. It's kind of all there is to say. It's just kind of sad. Yeah. When your biggest rival is the Yankees and they're like across the country from you, well, vertically, or north to south, whatever you want to call it. It's just kind of like, oh, that's rough. That's a lot of travel time. Oh, yeah, they're also in your division. Oh, that sucks for you, man. Sorry. I don't know. Not a great logo. The Rangers, I'll put it above the Circles. I don't like the Circles. I'll put the Mariners above the Rangers. Texas Rangers, fucking baseball in there. Oh my god. My eyes blocked it out for a minute because I hate it so much. Yeah. The T feels like a choice, actually. Unlike the H in Houston, you know? It's got that little in the middle of it, which feels more Texas, you know? I'll give you that. It's a T for Texas. It's just kind of lame. Brother, you're in Dallas area, right? I think. I believe. Anyways, the Blue Jays. It is a nice looking logo. I do like it. The maple leaf, it doesn't look bad by any means. It just like reminds me of the fact that this team, I'm not even Canadian. I don't know why I'm so mad about this, but they stole the other Canadian team. Fuck the Nationals. But yeah, I kind of like the Toronto T logo for the Blue Jays. I kind of like that. The like red splotch on the Blue Jay that makes up the maple leaf. That's a nice touch. There should be more Canadian teams. Like we should have a team in Montreal. We should have a team in Vancouver. Maybe Ottawa. I don't know. But there should be more Canadian teams. Like it's so funny that NHL is the National Hockey League, but it's an international hockey league because it's shared between two nations. All the American sports leagues outside of MLB and MLS, for the most part, have national in the name, and most of them, the exception being the NFL, have a Canadian team or have had multiple. The NBA used to have Vancouver. But MLB is Major League Baseball. There's nothing implying that it is the U.S.-only league. And then you have the NFL that's like, oh, yeah, we're not going to put a team in Canada. We're not going to put a team in Mexico. You know, not even, you know, same continent even. We want to put a team in Europe. What? Brother. American football is a bigger sport in Mexico than it is in any European country. Outside of maybe Germany. Sorry, that just bothers me. That's a video for a different day, different time. I like the Blue Jays logo a lot. I think it should be a little less special and a little made fun of that they have a maple leaf in it because there should be more Canadian teams in the MLB. The MLB. What am I talking about? The Nationals, bad logo. It's another, we put a circle on there telling you where we're from and what the name of the team is. And then they put a cursive W in there. It's not good. It's just not. I don't like it. Anyways, that's the tier list. Completely objective. No subjectivity here. If you want to argue it, whatever. You're wrong. Pirates fans, get off my dick. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I'll see you next time.